Hey, happy new comic book day. As you can tell, I got me a new magazine. I was just checking it out. And, call it what you will. But yeah, let's start it off. One of the things I got, back issue. This one, it came out today. It's number 168. And Here There Be Dragons. And that's exactly why I wanted this one. Because I love Kitty Pryde, and I really enjoy her and Lockheed's relationship. So, and I like the idea of this magazine talking about all the dragons in the comic book lore and all that. So I look forward to getting around to reading this. So that right there is one of the 30, counting this, 31 total items that I got today. So one magazine, and then, oh, it's so heavy, so heavy. I feel like I'm sinking into the ground. 30 books. So there's a few in here that will end up being that are doubles, and a few that are not. So I will start with the independent ones. This one right here. This was a last minute grab. I was going through League of Comic Book Geeks today after going to the initial buy to the shops, and saw it, and I was like, oh, that's Jay Lee. And I'm like, I love Jay Lee's art. He has a unique style that I have not seen anybody match his style, and I love it. I also love the idea of this yellow and black. Bruce Lee made that really famous. But then, the book's called Monster Racing League. And from what I saw, it looks like it's going to be about monsters and racing. So, hey, I'm going to enjoy that. I love cars. I love the idea of racing and all that. And going into cars and racing, Mask. So, if you don't know about Mask, well, they didn't put the dots in there. And the other one didn't either. Mask came out in the 80s, the original. There was toys with it. And I believe the Mask toy line predated, came out before Transformers. And so these were just people in souped up vehicles. And that was it. They were basically they're a strike force. That's what it's called. The M is for mobile, A for armored, S strike, and K for commando. Command. Because that's how you spell command, with the K. But they came out, and then Transformers came out, and how can you compete with robots that change into vehicles, and jet fighters, and guns, and talked, and so Mask kind of went away. But it's always been one of my the memories of the kid. I'm like, oh, I really like that car. I remember my next door neighbor having this car. So this is the blind bag. I don't know if I'll open it or not. I probably will, just because I'm not invested. It's deeply into this comic and the line, this whole Energon universe. I think it's being called the one that Robert Kirkman started with Void Rivals, and then Transformers, and then G.I. Joes, and now Mask. It's going to be a part of it. I got this book just out of nostalgia. That's all. So I probably will. I'm 50-50. I'm 75-25 actually on that. I'll open it, and I'll do a short on that day. That one. But I did get one, just in case if I didn't open it. I got this one. It's a die cut, and wrap around. which is really cool. It's very cool, but it's also going to make it annoying to read, because when you sit here and you try to open it, it doesn't, the die cut will get in the way. It'll be cumbersome to hold without messing up, or hoping not to mess up the die cut. But looking in it, ooh, that looks like it would hurt. So it looks like it. I mean, it'd be kind of fun. This is kind of similar to a G.I. Joe story. That's what I'm saying. Like G.I. Joe had their souped up military vehicles, but they were just regular people, regular Joes. And so that's like basically Mask. They're not super powered superheroes. So that's the independent ones. On to Marvel. Now Marvel, out of the Marvel stack. That's the Marvel stack. Out of the Marvel stack, actual reading ones will be those are not readers. Those are the collectible ones. Reader. One collectible one. Pop that there. Actually, two collectible ones there. Collectible. And collectible. So that, out of the whole stack that I had, that's a little over half is just the collectible ones. I'll go back and put them back in order so I could talk about the same one without going through, because it's the same book, just double copies of it, and no point of trying to mix them up. Anyways, onwards to the Marvel, starting with the Jay and Silent Bob. Jay's The Future Past. Love it. Had to get this cover of it. The reason I got this cover of it is because it's by Michael Allred, who is the designer of this last year's Heroescon shirt and promo magazine. He was there. I've loved his art. Again, he's another one. Him and his wife. His wife does the colors, so he draws and she colors it. And between this couple, they stand out. I've enjoyed his art for a while. He has a unique style. He definitely makes his. I don't know if you can see, but if you look on most of his covers, he gives his characters kind of an eyeliner look around the eyes. But I like it. It fits. He's very good. He's very, very talented. Him and his wife. Next up is Black Cat number 11. This is an Adam Hughes cover. So if you've seen my other videos, of course I got to get Adam Hughes. And she's up there against the Punisher. And it's a very cool cover. That's a tough call on, because Punisher can take out a lot of the people, but that's the Black Cat. I mean, come on, she's able to stop Spider-Man. And then I got a variant cover by J. Scott Campbell, just because I love his art, and I've been getting so many of his. I have a ton of his covers. Can't get them all, especially ever since he started doing a number of years ago online, selling his own books, exclusives through his own website. They're expensive. You know, he'll have a say like if it's this, for instance, it'd be like, oh, Black Cat. You could get it's a 4-pack. You buy the regular cover, or not this, you know, his exclusive regular, and a cover A, and that might be $30, and then you could get cover A and B, and then cover A, B, and C, and then cover A, B, C, and D, and you know each one adds up. So if you want all 4, you might be spending $200-300. Done it a few times, but not many, and that was for rare ones. I was just like, I gotta have. But anyways, this one is Wolverine number 21, and this couple, I've enjoyed their villains. They're back and forth. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. I like the Absorbing Man, Crusher Creel, and he's evidently taken on the form of sand because Wolverine is punching and cutting through his arm. But Crusher Creel is, they make him, which they kind of have to. That it's you know, I know I've heard people debate on him, but his power set, being able to absorb anything he touches, and then he gets that power of that. So and he has absorbed Nailneer, so you know your metal. So yeah, that can make him extremely powerful. So to kind of counterbalance that, they make him stupid, which to me is stupid. I mean, I hate how they. Not that I'm rooting for the villains, but I hate how they will make a villain fail or lose basically on some stupid technicality type thing. But anyways, I digress. I will move on to the next one, the Civil War Unmasked number 2. Steve McNiven is doing this. This will be the one that I read. This cover. I like it. This one is about the Spider-Man, which I wanted to get all the covers. I couldn't. Only got 2. I did not get the classified one, but I did get this one, which is going to be the connecting cover. So you know, it had the Iron Man on this one. So Spider-Man's here, and if you could see right here in the corner of the shield, so the next one is Captain America, and so there'll be, you know, the one long connecting. So I look forward to having all those. So I'm eager to read this to see what kind of new story they have in place of him revealing, you know, hey, I'm Spider-Man. Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Or Spider-Man is Peter Parker. Technically, that's how he done it, because he went up as Spider-Man to the podium, and he was like, "I'm Spider-Man. Who? No, I'm Peter Parker." So Spider-Man is Peter Parker, not Peter Parker is Spider-Man in that scenario. Kind of like the idea that Superman is Kal-El's dual identity, but Clark Kent is the facade, the fake, the mask, the one that he's hiding behind. Anyways, I don't want to get into that deep conversation. This is a reveal of the new comics. I got Alias number 4, 2 covers of the David Mack, because it's, you know, it's in the poly bag, and I want to read it. It's as I've been doing. So I got the 2. I'll open this one. So far, I've enjoyed the book. I think it could have done a lot more. Her and Typhoid Mary, the dynamic between the two. I think it's something. There's something lacking in there that just hasn't. I enjoy the book, but it's not one that I would be like, you got to buy this as it comes out. You know, that's just it. So far, it's not been the case. I buy it because I love the character of Jessica Jones, and I got Alias when Brian Michael Bendis first came out with it, with that character, and I've got every uh, issue that has been done with this. This is the cover B. I like the look on Mary's face. It's just, yeah, it's pretty funny. I like it. It gives me it giggles. It makes me giggle. The Sentry number 4. One more issue left on this one, and then I'll get around to reading it, and then I'll probably give a review on it. No point putting it up there. That cover is not that spectacular. It's just the Sentry flying around. Actually, is he flying or running? It's hard to tell. It looks like he's kind of doing a little bit of both. Because it looks like the ground right there, but whatever. Next, the Mortal Thor. This is the Alex Ross Virgin cover. That's just the regular, it's not a 1 in 100, none of that, no incentive. It's just a regular cover. That's the Virgin. I love Alex Ross's work because he does the paint, and he makes his characters look real, like real life. He gives them what seems to be more realistic features and definitions and everything. What I really like about this one is if you could see the rainbow bridge, it's reflecting in his armor padding on his armor. Chest plates, that's what it is. But also armor. Captain Marvel, Dark Patch, number 3. Still have not read these yet. Again, waiting. I have the ones that I read first. Then I have the limited series that I'll read once they're all out. This is a fun little cover that's kind of got a mixture. It looks like her suit is going reminiscent. It's mixing the new Captain Marvel suit with the jacket and the red, and then going back to the original Miss Marvel, which was the the lightning bolt and a black bikini. One piece. So. But that's why it's called Dark Past. That's the past. All right, next is, I'm thinking the Hot Book. Actually, no, before I get to the Hot Book, I'll do these two first, which are the same book. This is Amazing Spider-Man, and it is a facsimile of the issue, and, that's nothing. So, this is the. Can you see with the shiny? So that's the foil. Because I'm gonna put the foil over there and hold that one. So that's the foil cover to it, right there, nice and shiny. This is the regular. It's 546. It's the facsimile. It is the after. One More Day storyline where I hate it. The story that has, it's right after Civil War, and Aunt May's dying, and Peter agrees to making a deal with Mephisto, and him and Mary Jane make the deal, and everything is forgotten up to that point, and it's a brand new day, and nobody remembers about Civil War. In this book, with the brand new day, Spider-Man has been missing for like a month or two, and this starts off. It's with Mr. Negative. It appears in it for the first time, I believe, and you got some really beautiful artwork in here. When this is another Steve McNiven art. That's because when I was talking about the Civil War, Steve McNiven done the original Civil War, I should have said that. But I mean that he beautiful artwork. I just don't like the story. I don't like the idea that Peter or Mary Jane would make a deal with the devil. And then, and just to lose their relationship. And then they had to do this little splash page to give you like here's a quick little overview of why this is happening and what's going forward. Because at this point, it's not a spoiler. I mean, it might be a spoiler if you don't know, but we're coming up on issue number 1,000 in a month or two. So this is 546. I mean, come on. So knowing that, Harry Osborn in here, this is what it says for Harry. It says, Harry Osborn. Harry recently returned from a years-long stay in Europe. He now owns his old hangout, the Coffee Bean. He still considers Peter his best friend, and he still hates Spidey with a vengeance. And then it goes on. Harry does not remember that he was ever the Green Goblin, though Pete sure does. And his relationship with his father Norman, it's not a topic for conversation. At least, not for polite conversation. So here's the thing. The whole gone to Europe deal, he was dead. The dude was dead. And then the way they brought him back was that right there. It's like, oh, he was just in Europe. Didn't like it. Don't like Brand New Day. Don't like the story. And my friend at work, he got a taste of the Brand New Day with the compact. Didn't like it either. At least the compact version of it. And I'm a reread the compact one, and I'm going to go through it and have a conversation with him and see what, as somebody like me that's read it, lived through that whole anguish of Brand New Day, and him being a new reader, to see what our opinions are. You never know. He might end up liking the actual storyline, but I don't know. That's the whole conversation. We're going to find out what parts he liked and didn't like, and I didn't like the majority of it. Onward to Armageddon. Avengers Armageddon. This one this is what throws me off. I guess it is technically similar to this. It's Avengers. And the story is Armageddon. Like this, it's The Amazing Spider-Man. And it's Brand New Day. So, the title is still just Amazing Spider-Man. It's not Brand New Day Amazing Spider-Man or, The Amazing Spider-Man Brand New Day limited series. No, it's a regular issue of Spider-Man. Well, why I bring this up is because you can't see, but right there, right underneath the number 1, it says Legacy number 803. So that means this is just a regular Avengers book. So, yeah, it's starting again with the Avengers, and it's the storyline, it's just Armageddon. So, I don't like that. Here's why. Because if this is going to be a limited series of 5 issues or 8 issues, then it's not an Avengers book. It's a limited edition book. So it should be just 1 of 1, 2 of 2, 3 of 3, So, anyways, that's just me nitpicking as a comic nerd. I got the 2 covers so I could open one and read. I did get the Wolverine Weapons of Armageddon, and I've read Dungeons of Doom books where after the fall of Doom, and Doom is supposedly dead, and he, no longer Sorcerer Supreme. People, the Hydra and other groups, and including the U.S. government with General Ross as the Red Hulk, basically invade Latveria to Doom's castle and all that to go into his dungeons, get all that, and take control. So this kind of follows up on that, and where it's him having power and somehow going through time and changing each iteration or something to stop the Avengers. It was a free comic book day start, so if you got this and you didn't get the free comic book day issue, you might still could go get it. If anything, you might be able to find it on the Marvel Unlimited and read it there. I got this cover of it. This is the promo cover that's been inside the books, inside the Marvel Comics, promoing, witness the origin of the end, Avengers Armageddon. I like that origin is in white, which means I guess they're starting, it'll be the origin of the end. But the end of what? The end of Avengers? The end of what? I don't know. I have to read it. So this is also, the book, this is Alex Ross again. I think this will be a connecting one. I'm not quite sure. I'm pretty sure it is, though. I do love those connecting covers. And as I've said before, I'll never be able to... Maybe if I win the lottery. So if you know some good vibes that you want to send me so I could win the lottery and I could have a room that is large enough to put up on the wall everything, I'll accept it. This one is the Scotty Young cover. So he's still kind of, I don't know if that's, I guess that's sticking with his kid style art, and doing the a big version of the Red Hulk. I guess. Then the last of the Marvel and the last of the Armageddon is to Jenny Friesen. I'm never sure how to pronounce her last name. I met her a couple of times at Heroescon. She's there again this year. Which I'll go through some of these covers again at the end and talk about which ones will be at Heroescon, and what to expect with one in particular that is going to be I'm sorry, I'm shaking that's me doing that. One in particular creator that I'm not happy with what's the cost. But anyways, that's a little bit in a few minutes. So DC Books. This is the new Absolute title, Catwoman. So I am not a fan of that big helmet. I just don't like it. I got two covers of this one. I got the regular one and the foil. Well, I got more than two covers. I'm just saying I got the two covers of the regular. So yeah, regular and foil. Like I said, I don't like the big helmet. It's not, to me, it doesn't look good. I got the blank cover just in case if I want to get something sketched, if I can, at Heroescon. Doubtful, but I always like getting them. Even if I don't do it this year, maybe another time I will. Then I got the Kari Andrews. If I mispronounce your name, I'm very sorry. He's one that has been a favorite. his style is, depending on what he's doing, it's very recognizable, and then like sometimes it's not. Like in this instance, if this was on the rack with some other books of the Catwoman one, I would not have actually quite placed that it was him. Now when he does the way he does, like when he did Spider-Man Wolverine, that stands out to me. But this time, I'm not that it's still beautiful. That's why I bought it. Next up is the Green Lantern Corps. This is number 17, and this one is similar to the last one that was showed Larfleeze, who is the Orange Lantern, and this one is Sinestro with Fear. So I'm looking forward to all of the 9. Actually, now there's 10. There's green, there's red, green, red, blue, yellow, pink, indigo, which is indigo, I guess, is purple. Indigo, white, black. Which ones? All right. Green, red, orange, pink for love, indigo, blue, yellow, white, black, and now gold. So yeah, 10 colors. So I wonder if they'll do all 10 with these. Maybe I'll buy them all if they do, because I find that's a very cool design. These would make some very cool posters, especially if they could somehow connect them. I guess they could. I mean, it's black borders, so you could end up just doing like one big one with it. So that would definitely be really cool. Last 2 books are the same book, which is Batman Gargoyles of Gotham, number 4. This book has been a little while, a couple months coming out. I haven't read it yet because, again, limited series, so I've been waiting for it. This is a Black Label one, and so far just the covers alone has made me interested in it because it looks like it'd be a gritty Batman. So I got 2 covers. I got that cover, and then this cover, which is the Jamie Hewlett cover. And the reason I got that is because Jamie Hewlett, he is co-creator of Tank Girl, and I try to get as much of Jamie Hewlett's art as I can, and he has that punk gritty art that he's always done since Tank Girl. So I love it immensely. I just want more of his stuff. More Tank Girl. Love more Tank Girl. They don't put out, for me, they just don't put out enough of Tank Girl. But anyways, now on to Heroescon. Who's going to be there? Carr Andrews, he's going to be there. So, if you have some of his stuff, and like I said, there's some Spider-Man stuff that he's done, and Marvel, DC. He's done a lot. He's a unique artist. So there's going to be this with the Catwoman. Scott Snyder is definitely going to be there. I don't know about the others. I know that the artist Bingle is not, but Scott Snyder, the writer, is going to be there. He was the one that I was saying that I'm not too pleased with, and that is because I have been seeing on other message boards from other conventions that he has went to, that what he charges is a lot. So if you're getting basically anything but a certain few books, like his first Batman, and there's a Absolute Batman #1 and another Absolute Batman. I think the one with the first appearance of the Joker. I'm not sure, but if you are getting those signed, if you're getting raw signed, which means you just take the book up, they sign it, it's yours, right? You're not doing nothing with it. That for Absolute Batman, those two Absolute Batmans and the other Batman, and then I think one other book of something, is $50. He's charging $50 per book. So if you wanted the two Absolute Batman signed by him, that's $100 for him to sign it. And then if you want it graded, it's $80 per book. So to me, I get it. The artists and the creators, all these creators, they deserve what they deserve their money, because they are giving us this joy. They're giving us their talents and their time and all that. And it, as it said, the bad ones are the ones that ruin it for the rest of us. And the whole reason this charging of signatures and everything started up was because people would come in and, they would have, say, 10 copies or more of Absolute Batman #1, for instance. Let's say it was that one. And, they'd have 10 copies of it. And then they'd be like, sign, please, sign. And they would sign it for free, all 10 copies. And then that person would turn right around and sell it for $100. Or like in that case, like a raw copy of, not this one, but a raw copy of Absolute Batman #1 is going for about 120 to 160, depending on which cover, and whatnot, and the timing. So if somebody signed it, if Scott Snyder signed it, then the $120 book, it's $220 or $300. And then the grading companies came along, CBCS and CGC, and so now if the book became a 9.8, if this is a 9.8, which it should be, this Catwoman, because it's brand new, I haven't read it, haven't done anything, no creases, none of that, 9.8. That's the Absolute Batman #1. If 9.8, 120 to $200. If it's graded at a 9.8 by CGC, you're looking at now $300 for the book. So that's what these artists were realizing, is that these people were coming in and getting all these books signed for free, and then turning around and making money off of their work. And so they started going, okay, well, you could get 1 or 5 books for free, and then everything after that might cost you $1, and then it was $5, and then $10, and that. But to charge $50, for me, the only one that I paid $50 for to have signed was Stan Lee. Now, granted, that was around 2016 or so, 2015, somewhere around that range. So actually, no, I'm mistaken. Well, my first time I got it signed was $50. Second time was $125. However, that was through Heroescon, and that included, it was a VIP kit that you got your pass, you got your autograph, and you got a photo op with Stan Lee. So it's still by equivalent of what the autograph would have cost, about $50. So, and that's Stan Lee. I love it. Scott Snyder, great writer, but sorry, dude, you're not Stan Lee, and I am not spending $50, and I'm definitely not spending $80 to have a book signed and graded from you. Not going to happen. Maybe one day if I'm rich, I'll do it, but not right now. Other person, I'll move on. Get off my soapbox. Like I said, Jenny Friesen, she's there to do some signing. Like I said, I've met her a few times. She's very nice. She will talk to you. Be prepared for lines. Scott Snyder line, going to be so long. So long. Her line, so long. Not so long, but so long. You know, it's definitely you'll have some waiting to do. Another one is Scotty Young. He's there. He's there almost every year. He actually helped design a character for the Heroes comic shop. I think like Hero Boy or something like that. But he's there. He's one that his prices are kind of expensive too. I've got enough signed by him. At this point, I don't need anything else signed. I got stuff back early on, over 12 years ago, when he wasn't as nothing like what he is today, and I got a large sketch of Harley Quinn from him, and it cost $60. I can't imagine what that would cost me today. Hundreds, maybe $1,000 for it. I'm happy I was able to do that. But anyways, moving on. I think out of this stack, I don't think there's any more on in it that is going to be there. No, I do believe, actually, let me put this here. I'm going to look it up real quick on the computer that's sitting here. That I do believe maybe that I just want to be sure. So sorry, just waiting for it to kick in. Come on, kick in. That's me. Connect. Gotta always disconnect from the internet. If I'm not at home, I don't want people trying to get on my Wi-Fi. I just haven't done it. All right. So, anyways, moving on. Going to Heroescon. Go to the website. Get prepared for this convention. You really need to get prepared. It's on Friday. We're almost there. Go get your tickets tomorrow to help save time. All right. So I need to go to the letter N. N. It's after M. Just in case if you didn't know. I made it funny. Not really, but no, he is not there. I thought he was. I thought Todd Nunuk was going to be there. He shows up. I know he was there last year. He's not there this year. One that is there is Jerome Apanya. It's his first time. I am excited for him. He done an Amazing Spider-Man cover that it took me a while to get it because it was a 1 in 200. Love it. I cannot wait to take it in, have it signed, and maybe get a little remark done on it. I'm not sure what he charges, but him and Rose Beach are the ones that if I do get a sketch, it's going to be one of those two. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. It's Heroescon. So if you see me there, say hi. I don't know. Most likely, I'll dress up as it's probably one day it'll probably be Captain America. One day it'll probably be a Jedi, depending on how hot it is and how I feel and basically how early I wake up. Sometimes I wake up just in enough time to get dressed and go to the con, so I'll do the easier costume for cosplay, which would be either Captain America or easy Spider-Man Peter Parker, where just got my Spider-Man shirt underneath with the button up shirt where you see it underneath, and I'm Peter Parker. That's you see I'm Spider-Man. No, that's one of them. But I might be the Jedi, which with my cloak and all that. But this cloak, I love it to death. This is what I have. Three items that I've bought over the years. I have my shield, not this one. You haven't seen my real shield. I don't have my hammer. I have Mjolnir. I have a fake Mjolnir. It's right here. This was really fun. This was a 3D puzzle, which is popping out right there. That was fun build. Not the one I have. That's not my favorite one. I have an actual metal one. It's like 10 pounds. It's quite heavy. And then my third most favorite thing I've ever bought is this cloak. Love it. Oh, I've wanted one of these things since I was like old enough to think that's what I want. But it's hot. So hot. Great during the wintertime. It snowed here this winter, and I walked around in it. It was like I was on Hoth. I was in a joy of immersive cosplay of my own world. People were looking at me, and they're like, who is this crazy fool walking around as a Jedi in the snow? That was me. Anyways, I'll probably dress up as one of those. If you see me, stop by, say hello. I'll have my camera. I'll be doing some videos. I'm going to try to get some interviews with some of the guests if I can, and do a nice video of the con and show my experience. I will try to go live at least once while I'm there. So my 50 plus followers, if you're out there watching, pay attention if you can't make it to the con, and hopefully watch my live feed. There's a piece of the Mjolnir's handle that fell off. I didn't notice. I'll put it on later. But anyways, I've talked enough. I've shown enough. I hope you enjoyed tonight's long-winded video of the new comic book day haul of all of these. I can't wait to read the Armageddon one. I can't wait to read my magazine. I might end up start buying these. Daughters of the Dragon. All right. I'm so happy now that I did not know this until it's on the cover. Yes, I didn't even notice it on the cover. Bone. Can you see up there? Bone. Jeff Smith. Love Bone. I didn't start reading Bone until near the end of the run of Bone, and when I picked up that one issue, I was like, oh my god, I got to read these whole books, and I wasn't able to get. I had to wait until the collected Cup of Diem omnibus, whatever you want to call it, came out, and I have some of Bone, of the individual issues. I actually have that issue right there. And I have that issue. So I actually showed, this was at a time when I was trying to teach myself how to draw some, and I loved Bone so much in his artwork that I was imitating it just to get the feel for the shadows and all that. And I showed it to him. He loved it. He's like, "Oh, thank you very much." And he made. I had a little index card that had the dragon on it that I'd done and used for years as my a bookmark. And he was nice enough. Jeff Smith was nice enough to draw me another new bookmark of Phone Bone, and I love it. It's So, anyways, I was just saying that's that and that. Now this is the end of this week's video. I will be at the Heroes Convention all weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, from the time it opens to the time they say get out, and come see me. Say hello. If you see me, I'll be digging through boxes. I got amazing Spider-Mans I need to fill in. Tank Girls, Bone, She-Hulks. I have a bunch that I always need to fill in. So that's the fun of doing this collecting and the search. So until then, I will talk to y'all later. Have a great day. If you come to the con, hope you have a great con if I don't see you there. So that's it. Till next time.